Hey everyone, my name is ZeBirdBrain and today we are talking about drawing. So did you ever draw and then look at your stroke and you were like, oh, I wish I could just like push it a little bit? Well, you can do that in Harmony, so let me show you. I'm gonna get my color and I'm gonna draw a little squiggly line. Even if you draw it with the brush tool, you can still move it. So all you have to do is, instead of taking your white arrow, which is gonna be very hard to manipulate, what you can get is your center line editor, and when you click, it's going to give you like the inside of the line, and it's very great to move your lines around, even if they're done with the brush tool and even if they have a texture. Of course, it's not great for like tips of lines because sometimes it does something weird. It's not even that bad. It's usually pretty fine. But yeah, so even if you have a textured line like you have here, you can still use that and kind of push it and shift it around. And the center line editor works almost exactly like the contour editor. If you click on your little dots, you're gonna get handles and you can move them. If you press on Alt and you click on one handle, you're gonna break the handle. As you can see, sometimes it breaks the texture, but it's expected with this tool. It's just there to be a bit helpful, right? It shows a bit less on pure vector, so just so you know. But yeah, you can break the handles. If you want the handles to be connected again and move together, all you have to do is put them face to face. It's like in real life, when you have a problem of falling out, you go face to face and you talk it out and then you're good. You can also add more points by just pressing on Control or Command on a Mac and pressing to add points to your line. Just like that. If you want to delete them, it's just like the contour editor. Either you select and you delete them, but it's going to kind of find the quickest route between these two points. Instead, you could also just push it across like that and it's going to optimize itself. So smart. Yeah, and it's very useful if you're sketching something like a bird and I want to just move this beak a little bit, then you can do that. It's very smart, it's very nice, and so easy to use. Into the tool properties of that feature, you have here the lasso tool, which can change from the marquee to the lasso depending on what you prefer. You also have the show control. This you can use it to scale, reposition, and rotate your selected anchor point. So let's say I have this example from before. I could click on it, select a bunch of points, and then use this little box to kind of move them about, which can be very useful. Just be careful not to kind of have your line intertwined like I have here, because they will now become kind of stuck together and then you're screwed. So be careful with that. You also have the center line smoothness that you can adjust to add or remove points. Very useful. Of course, the more points you have, the more chaotic it gets. You can smooth it out and you're gonna get less point. But if you have less point, then sometimes you don't have enough. So, you know, there's no perfect answer, just use as much as you need. And also you have the option to have the apply to line art and color art if you ever need to. Yeah, so that was a quick one. The other advice I can give is to give that thing a shortcut. By default, it is Alt W. So if I draw something here, I can press and hold W to kind of move my line, and then when I release, I go back to drawing. So I think it's very useful. Whenever I draw, I can just adjust it really quick. Alright, so I hope you had fun, and that was it. Very short tutorial this week. Goodbye!